I don't know whether you've ever had doubt in your life. I'm not talking about doubting yourself, but I'm talking about doubting faith, doubting perhaps even your own salvation. Lots of people that are Christians do experience this, and it's not a time to despair and to give up. Often it's a time that can encourage us to grow because we're going against our feelings. I think doubt often comes from feelings. It says in this book that many Christians feel that if doubt exists that in their minds, they cannot be true believers, and this arises from a wrong understanding of the nature of doubt. Doubt, says Os Guinness, is a state of mind in suspension between faith and unbelief, so that it is neither of them wholly, and it is each only partly. In other words, it's being in two minds. And doubt is not denial. It's not the end result often of doubt actually is denial, but doubt is not denial itself. It's standing between faith and denial. And often it's the bond that needs to be strengthened. And the best way that I know to do that is to recognise that we can't get the right feelings, and only God can give those to us. And to, as we've said before, to stand on the promises of God that are in His Word. A man who brought his doubts to Jesus can be found in Mark chapter 9, and it says this: Jesus said to him, if you can, everything is possible to the one who believes. Immediately the father of the boy cried out, I do believe, help my unbelief. And that's what doubt needs to do. It needs to say, I do believe and I want to believe, but I'm not feeling it today, so help my unbelief. And sometimes you have to go against your feelings and say, I might not feel like I'm a Christian today, but I'm going to act like I am. That's not being hypocritical. It's saying, I'm not going just on my feelings today. I'm making a decision of my will. And very often, as you begin to act out, for want of a better way of putting it, your feelings will eventually catch up with that truth. You know it's true in your mind, and so you live as if it's true, and you find that your feelings will catch up. So doubt is very often subject to our feelings, and we've been thinking about that, haven't we, one way or another over the last few days. So I don't want you to be discouraged, and we'll spend a couple of days thinking about doubt and looking at the scriptures and finding some help. But be encouraged today that doubt can often be the bridge between a much deeper and greater faith between you and God, because you're going beyond just your feelings, and you're going by an act of your will to choose to believe. And you're not believing based on yourself, but you're believing based on the things that God has said and the things that God has done. He will do it. The one who calls you, is faithful, and He will do it. Amen.